takes so long for her to show the way she really feels when you're alone. But you want her so bad, and she knows. Yeah, she bites her bottom lip and draws you in. Her nails crease up and down your skin. But you want her so bad, and she knows. She says, I know that you want me, I know that you need me, yeah. I got you caught up in my web and I won't let go. But what if I want you? What if I need you? 'Cause you're all up in my veins and I won't let go. What if she wants you? What if she needs you? Can the touch of her skin put your mind at ease? What if she wants you? What if she needs you? When her walls fall down, you know your mind is free. Oh, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, you love it when she toys with you. You say, tease me, baby, tease. She'll take her time to give it up. So you're begging, baby, please. What if I want you? What if I want you? What if I need you? I got you caught up in my web and I won't let go. What if she wants you? What if she needs you? Can the touch of her skin put your mind at ease? What if she wants you? What if she needs you? When her walls fall down, you know your mind is free. What if she wants you? What if she needs you? Can the touch of her skin put your mind at ease? What if she wants you?
Waka 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 waka.
She needs you. When her walls fall down, you know your mind is free.
A waka waka waka, as my mentor would say. Who's my mentor, you ask? Don't ask me that.
Time to be worried about you. I'll be fine, I'll do better without you. You changed up on me, don't think you owe me. Say you're fucking sorry. I'm so glad you and I have no ties, baby. So done with the bullshit and lies, baby. So glad you and I have no ties, baby. So bad, so bad, so bad, yeah. Glad you and I have no ties, baby. conversation. I ain't got time to be worried about you. I'll be fine, I'll do better without you. You changed up on me, don't think you owe me. Save your fucking sorries. I'm so glad you and I have no ties, baby. So done with the bullshit and lies, baby. So glad you and I have no ties, baby. So glad, so glad, so glad, yeah.
Hey there. How's it going, sweetheart? I am reading about the psychology of puppy play, a phenomenological investigation. Oh, man. Interesting stuff.
Time to be worried about you. I'll be fine, I'll do better without you. You changed up on me, don't think you owe me. Save your fucking sorries. I'm so glad you and I have no ties, baby. So done with the bullshit and lies, baby. So glad you and I have no ties, baby. So glad, so glad, so glad.
Patiently. You still have faith in me. On my mind for keeps away from me. Reading The Psychology of Puppy Play, a phenomenological investigation. The use of a collar, being collared, is often significant, as the collar symbolically represents becoming a dog, wearing the quintessential dog collar. For many, and in the context of DS, also ownership. Just taking notes for, fucking, I don't know. This is the weird job I chose. This is what Epic Games Kink vs Fetish. Yeah, actually. I'm not finding a lot of information on friends as partners. Like, if there's been any studies done on friends as sexual partners or friends engaging shit in pup and DDLG play is like another step further away from anything I'm sure anyone has researched, but that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I was looking for information for tonight's subject, which is, friends engaging in that kind of role play together without explicitly having sex. But I'm not finding a lot of information on that. So it might be good for a discussion where we all kind of chip in, but been having slow nights lately, so I can't really have too many discussions because the chat's not really going at that speed. So I've been having to find other things to talk about. Yeah, kind of like friends with benefits, right? I mean, that would be worth talking about too. But it's not specifically what I mean. So, in the DDLG community, Daddy Dom Little Girl, or in the pet play community, you might, for example, want to engage in pet play, right? You want to dress up like a little dog or a little cat and act like one, and that helps you get off sexually. I might, as your friend, walk you around the backyard on a leash, but we don't fuck. I just help you engage in pet play, which is sexual for you and is sexual for me, but we don't fuck. This is a weird specific thing I'm talking about, so... But if, in searching for that, you find any interesting scholarly articles, I love them. Plug on yourself till you've tried one. If you've got problems, I can take them away. Do you like drugs, baby girl? Do you like drugs? I found something. I found something here. Surface. I'm figuring my surface. The first commands on sit repeated several times. Instead to lie down on the stage. After some coercing, I completed some of the tricks. It's just a face. I swim into the dust that is the cosmic drugs, baby girl, 'cause I got some. Don't pull the plug on yourself till you've tried one. If you've got problems, I can take them away. Do you like drugs, baby girl? Do you like drugs? A lot of these are from the perspective of men as well. I got some. Pull the plug on yourself till you've tried one. If you've got problems, I can take them away. Do you like drugs, baby girl? Do you like drugs?
Said I know these niggas on you, and that's a fact. But look, girl, where you at? You right here hitting me back. I said I know these niggas on you, and that's a fact. But look, girl, where you at? You right here hitting me back. I'm gonna hit you back so I can break that back slow. I'll swim in you freestyle, butterfly and backstrokes. But I gotta send you back though. I know that you won't understand, but to be honest, you wasn't part of my plans. Cause I got too much on my mind. So I can't think about you. No, I won't think about you. And I know you're fucking fine. But I can't think about you. No, I
How you doing? How you doing?
So I won't think about you. No, I can't think about you. And I know
You fucking fine. Okay, so when I poop, I sit and I use Tinder. Feel like it's a good time to use Tinder, right? Like, when I'm at my most vulnerable is when it happens, right? So this chick matched me today. And I could not stop laughing at her fucking about me because it just said, my gag reflex is as absent as my father. I was like, oh, you get a patch. Get one of the patches. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I like this girl. She gets it. She gets it. She gets that shit. I am putting together a document for the talk tonight. And as usual, I'm stealing all of my information from one article, but it's a scholarly article. Yeah, I've seriously been sitting here on that joke for a couple hours. Like, Sista's gonna think that's funny. She's gonna laugh. She's gonna get it. So I sent her a message and I said, I can't replace your father, but I can be your new daddy. But I don't actually want to be anybody's daddy ever again. Ever again. All handlers are is a walking rucksack for water. What? Motherfucking... Talking about all handlers that are good for is giving water to pups? Then puppy play on your damn own time, motherfucker. It'd be cool if Google Docs could have tabs, not multiple Google Docs, like how Sheets does. How I have all the different tabs in my sheet. I use Notepad++ because it has fucking tabs. And I would rather not. Because it's a pain in the ass. This program is a pain in my dick. That's what I have to say about it. Nothing else if I got you. The things that you do make me. I've instead created a document all about fucking puppy play. But this is all information that's really interesting. Mimesis? What? I didn't say your name. Shh. No. She goes down by my feet. She's like, if I just hang out here, I'll find an opportunity. So it's supposed to be friends as caretakers slash handlers. However, I realize that there is probably a whole other conversation to be had here just about pet play in general. So we might be doing that instead. Yeah. Just not a lot of information on that out there. So I might have to kind of come up with my own bullet points for that. And I don't have them. And I just learned a new word called mimesis. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Thank you. Do I have to pay for this, or can I just, like, look at it? Motherfucking, I don't want to buy this. This is just a porn book. Upon further inspection, I have determined that this is pornography. Yeah, how about that, AJ? That they didn't even fucking leave me a message? What the fuck is that shit? Yeah, really. Really. I'm about to, like, find you some shoes to poop in. Some fucking bullshit there. It is important to note that the psychological benefits of puppy headspace are not the result of mimicking a puppy per se. That is, even though being a puppy necessitates a person acting like a puppy, on all fours, non speaking, being playful, this is not sufficient for the experience of puppy headspace. In addition to mimesis, copying, is the need to become a puppy. By becoming a puppy, the practitioner is able to switch off or strip away being human, at least temporarily. The essence of puppy headspace is an unreflective and unprocessed now, in which a person's adult sensibilities and responsibilities are cast off as if one actually were a dog. That was a chunk of information to process. I've been like rereading that over and over and over. And I'm like, okay. I needed to hear it out loud to process that shit. Okay, which paragraph does that go with? Nope. I just reach and she runs away. I don't even know what I'm reaching for. She doesn't either. Here's a quote. How important is the experience of headspace to pup play for you? Milo. Pretty important. So, otherwise, you're not really pupping out. You're just a person with a mask on. That's true. That's very true. Okay. The Psychology of Puppy Play, a Phenomenological Investigation. Maybe so. I'm looking at this is a scholarly article. So it's very possible that other people have pulled from this because this was a big study done in the UK and I don't see that any other studies have been done. I haven't found them. I mean, that's a pretty damn good quote, though. I can see why they pulled that one. 'Cause otherwise, you're just a person wearing a mask. The whole nuance of sexual behavior versus non-sexual behavior in that realm is so fucking interesting to me. Like the I don't know, maybe I'll call it like the topography of that landscape of how people navigate symboling or signaling that they're in a sexual role, especially to themselves, is very fucking interesting. Like there's so much to that statement. If you're not in puppy headspace, you're just a person in a mask. It's like, if you're not in a sexual headspace, you're just a person who's naked, right? For like nudists. And how do you cross that line and signal it to someone else and signal it to yourself if we can go through each element and say, that's not it, that's not it, that's not it. It's like a milieu of things, like the contents is the mixture. Like once the mixture hits a certain percentage, then you're like, I'm gonna take those as signals now. Like nudity isn't sexual, but she did start fingering her butthole in front of me. Now that's not technically sexual either. She might have been putting drugs in there, but she was making bedroom eyes at me. Now that's not technically sexual either, because she could just have resting sex eye face. She's just digging in there. She's got something. She put a tampon in the wrong hole. I don't know if that has ever happened. Holy shit. I don't know if I ever told you. I think I did. About the girl who found out she had a second vagina. My roommate. Yeah. Whew. That one was... So yeah, no, like it's like, when is it Thai tea? Well, cinnamon isn't Thai tea. And just like that tea they use isn't Thai tea. And like milk isn't Thai, cream isn't Thai tea. Like it's like, when is a cooked product that product? It's like once it all... Ooh, okay. We have some interesting input here. Let's see, wait. I'd be nude in public as long as you're not doing anything sexual. Someone last year was arrested for playing the violin nude downtown. Caveat, he was masturbating between songs. That'll get you. That'll get you. But what if I wasn't masturbating. I was scratching an itch. You can't tell me I was masturbating. How do you know? How do you know what I was doing with my penis? So, that's a good one, though. That's a really good one. I feel like there's this quote by a Supreme Court judge here in the U.S. When asked about what pornography is, he said, "I can't tell you what it is, but I can tell you when I see it." And that has always stuck with me as far as like, when is this sexual? Because I'm confused. Man, I should have been recording this whole time. I'll go back in the VOD. All right, we have a new topic. All right, so now our topic now is just going to be when is it sex? When is it sex? Here. Look. When is it? Okay. So our friend here says sexual depends on religion and how you were raised. The Catholic sect, if you go by the rule of their law, 5 people in a room with their socks off is considered an orgy. Okay, so I don't want to go by the the religious definition of anything, because they don't fucking know anything. There are people who read old stone tablets all day and masturbate about it. So, that being said, like what would we agree on? So going back, back a couple subjects. We wanted to have a discussion tonight about pet play, DDLG, and ABDL, and engaging in those with friends. So the question then quickly became, in this discussion, is it sexual? When is it sex? But when is it sex then? Because let's just say this real quick, all right? Blowjob. Is a blowjob sex? Yeah, basically. We're not going to go with, like, penetrative, right? You know what I mean? Like I know gay couples, like male couples, that don't penetrate each other's butts. They just do blowies. So I'm going to say that's sexual. We're not actually meaning... Hold on, let's change this. When is it sexual? All right? We've changed the question. When is it sexual? Blowjob. Definitely sexual. That's sexual. Finger bang. That's sexual. I think I can say, if my goal is to make you have an orgasm, it's probably sexual. Like, real probably. So then, boop boop, going back over to our previous subject of the evening, right? Is okay, let's define our terms. Pet play is when someone wants to get into pet headspace. If you're penetrating the surface, is that when it's sexual? I don't think you need to penetrate. So what if someone grinds? What if a chick grinds on a dude naked until he comes? Nothing got penetrated. Or even a hand job. That's sexual. That's totally sexual. But you said penetrating a surface. This could technically be penetration, I guess. So pet play is when someone wants to get in the headspace of being an animal and lose their personhood to that temporarily in order to eschew different anxieties or stressors that they have going on. DDLG is the most common of a set of terms that means daddy dom, little girl, where you have child and caretaker role play, basically. Both of these people are adults. However, one is role playing as though they are a child. Then you have ABDL, adult baby diaper lovers, where someone is role playing as a child, and the concept of wearing diapers and or soiling them is a part of the headspace they need to get in. Cool. Now we've laid those out. each of those, theoretically, relies on a partner. You don't need a partner, but there are partners to this, right? To pet play, it is the handler. To DDLG and ABDL, it's the caretaker or caregiver. CG stands for caregiver. So, where do these two conversations intersect? Absolutely. All of these fit into the BDSM slot. Like, this is all under the bigger category of BDSM. Now, my question then is, if I lead you around on a leash, is that sexual? Are you getting sexual gratification from it? If yes, then I want to say it's sexual. Now, right. That's why I said I want to say it's sexual. Now, one of the things I just read actually talked all about, and I'm going to come back to this when we do a longer episode on just pet play. But one of the quotes that I have here was, there's some people who engage in pup play who do not engage in sexual practice at all. Indeed, for some, this is very much off limits with those other motivational factors discussed below, much more essential. The non-sexual focus on fun, play, and relaxation is contrasted with sexual motivation by some puppies in rather stark terms, even somewhat curiously invoking a zoophilic trope when that is usually strongly resisted by most people who engage in this practice. So you have some people who are going, gross, you wouldn't fuck a dog. And some people who are like, I want to be stimulated while pretending to be a dog. So now for those people, I can go, for the people who go, I want to be stimulated, I can be like, you are getting off sexually. That's what you want. You want to achieve a sexual sensation from this. Therefore, I would have to say this is sexual. You're going to have to pay me more to do it. On the other hand, if the person is not getting sexual gratification from it, okay, we're narrowing this hypothetical to a smaller and smaller degree, but and absolutely, you're right, Bacon. I'm going to read that out loud. Pet play can be more of a dom thing for one and not sexual for the other. Sometimes you just want to have power over someone for your dominant morality and not your sexual spectrum. Bingo. And the other side of that being that these people want to turn off who they are and become an animal temporarily to put their stress over here for a second and get away from it and then come back to it when they're done, right? So let's take one of each of these people. Someone who feels better about their life in general when other people give them control. Any kind of control. And the other person is someone who just wants to pretend to be an animal and let go. So, the person who likes control puts a leash on the person who wants to be an animal, and they go on a walk through the park. Is this sexual? I mean, I feel like we robbed it of everything that made it sexual. Almost. What's left there? Like, do you need to be in consideration of the way society is going to look at your situation? So, for example, if I, as an adult, start leading another adult around the park and they're dressed in a leather dog mask and chaps and stuff like that, but they're dressed and I'm dressed, neither of us are making sex noises, anything like that, just walking that dog. other people in the park are going to look over and be like, that is some kinky ass shit. Does that affect what we're doing in any way? To the people doing it, no, because of what they feel is to them. To people viewing it, act might be because of how they were educated. Exactly. So we're saying that that's the case, but now I'm wondering the next step. Can you really claim ignorance when you're walking your friend? Can you really go, what they think is what they think? Or do you have to, on some level, acknowledge this? Because there's definitely a chance that cops are going to get called. Even if you're not doing anything wrong, the perception that others have will have an influence on you. So how long can you ignore it? Or to what degree can you ignore it? I feel like it becomes an issue of safety more than anything else. Maybe this isn't an issue of sexuality, it's an issue of safety that I'm talking about. Like just this specific little nugget. Well, and this is why people need to mind their own business. That doesn't happen in reality. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like there was a big wave for a long time from 2015 till nowish, that a lot of content creators on YouTube and Twitch would say, I can't control what my audience does and thinks. I just spoon feed them content to give them an opinion, right? Like, wait, how the fuck are you going to ignore that? You know it's not true, right? So like, if I want to say I can't control what other people think of me, that's not true. That is not true at all. Because if I go dressed like this, I will be treated differently than if I have no makeup, my hair in a ponytail, a regular t-shirt on. So I can affect how others think of me. I have the power. All I need to do is rearrange my clothing, and I have the ability to make you magically think something else of me. How do I then ignore that faculty when we're at the park and I have you on a leash? When I know that you can't turn that off. Used to being around burners, being open and free, being true to yourself. We learn not to worry about what others are saying, handle judgment like flowing water and just ride the waves. I fucking wish the world was like you, my friend. Are you from America? Because you say burners. So I immediately go, oh, Burning Man people, right? That's what we mean here. And I love the concept. You know what I mean? I've never been able to go to Burning Man, sadly. You know, for an anarcho, everything's free kind of movement. So, but like, I feel like they do Burning Man elsewhere. I did not know that. I feel like it's a bit like a superhero. It's a bit like Cyclops from X-Men being like, well, what other people think about the fact that I wear sunglasses all the time is their business. Well, yeah. But if you ever try and take them off, you're going to evaporate people. So it's kind of an important feature. It's kind of one of the most important features. So I feel like when I'm out in public signaling something that I know others will receive as sexual, shouldn't I put sunglasses on? My Cyclops eyes? Like, shouldn't I go, this is going to affect people? I'm stuck on this one. I'm stuck on this facet of this discussion. So, all right, we'll move on from that. We'll say this. We have talked before about how DDLG and caregiver little I forget the name of the acronym now. But caregivers and little ones. Main sites in Nevada, localized regionals. Oh, okay. Israel's 2 years old. Ooh. Maybe I should try and hunt down a local one here. I'm in Arizona, so we're in a perfect place to have one. I mean, we can't have a fire because everything will catch on fire, but we can pretend it's burning. We will be burning. We will be the Burning Men. Okay, so that's if we're engaged in pet play. If we're engaged in DDLG or caregiver little one, does anything change? I know that there's the age movement, which is age regression, which is that but not sex, just pretending to be a little person, pretending to be young. And you're supposed to role play out their caretaker, and none of it is sexual. Then there's ABDL. And it's got to just be me. I mean, I'm sure everyone's going to start agreeing with me right here, but like the logic doesn't follow for what I'm about to say. I can't see it not being sexual. If you want to shit your pants and you want me to change it for you, I can't, my brain can't wrap around it not being sexual. But every other example, awesome, thank you very much. Every other example I can think of, the logic is this can be non-sexual. So I have to say, shitting your diaper and then having me clean it can be non-sexual. But boy, it sure doesn't feel that way. It sure feels like you're asking me to do something pretty kinky. Pretty damn kinky there. I mean, even if you just want to pee yourself and have me change you, like, we're still talking about something that's like body fluids. Hey, okay, here's one. If you want me to pee on you, can that be non-sexual? Okay. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole here. So, if humiliation could be non-sexual, what is the person getting out of it? What kind of gratification is that? And at what point does gratification slide into sexual, basically? Like let's say you had a really good chocolate cake, right? This is the best chocolate cake you've ever fucking had. Is there a point at which that becomes sexual? Your enjoyment of this cake? Where you stop being able to discern it as just like something I like and something that is so overwhelmingly stimulating that I like it a whole lot. Like, how do we... I feel like that line is so blurry there. As soon as we start non-sexualizing some of these things. If humiliation isn't no sexual, it's bullying. I agree. And from my side, from a dom side, I can say bullying people is not about sex, it's about power, right? Just like rape is not about sex, it's about power, right? Like, unless you are consenting, then it becomes maybe sexual, but maybe not even still. Because even if you consent to me humiliating you, that might not be sexual. On the pleasure to sexual line. Yeah. Yeah, that's very much what I'm thinking of. The line between, but the gradient between pleasurable and sexual. Or maybe it's I used the word topography a little bit ago. Maybe it's more like a map of a heat map, right? Of like, this is an area where they intersect, this is where they don't, this is where one appears, this is where neither are, this is where they overlap again. Like, it just can and can't and does and doesn't. Because that seems to be the only natural or fitting kind of solution to this, where some of these seem so fucking clearly sexual, but then some of them are simply psychologically pleasurable. And then I want to go back to what Sista said about how DDLG is something that really shouldn't be, or agery shouldn't be, practiced by people who are not professionals. RACK, risk-aware consent kink. I agree. I totally agree. You know what I mean? But it's almost like one of those things where it's like, you shouldn't do drugs. It's bad for you. But you're gonna. Come on, you're gonna do drugs. So if you're gonna do drugs, here's how to do them safe, right? So like, to that degree, I can see DDLG, right? Like, you're gonna do this, so here's how you can do it safely. A needle fucking dispensary center. Might be able to yank the metaphorical leash. Say that's enough. Yeah, very much. I don't get pleasure from sex. It's not enjoyable for me. I love to cuddle, but I don't consider that sex. I enjoy when my partner is hard-bound, struggling around the softwood floor, brings me pleasure, and they are okay with it. They gave consent, but it is not a sex act. Haven't you just exchanged the meaning of the words? But you're still talking about the same thing? Or am I so far in the deep end that I don't know what vanilla people get out of sex anymore? We're like, wait. We're obviously not just talking about rubbing genitalia together until we reach a biological climax here. We're talking about sex, right? Like, Demolition Man, put on the helmet, we're having sex, right? Like, yes and no. I have a sibling that has never been drunk or done drugs. They're in their 40s. You know, and there are people who aren't, right? But I mean, anything I say, I never mean absolutely, because I'm not a dummy. I know. Nothing is in absolutes. If I ever say everyone, I mean a lot of. That should cover most mistakes of my language. But like, I get that very much so. So, you know what I mean? But I think it's very hard for me to picture certain things, and it's very easy for me to picture other things. I can wrap my head around, for example, caning or something like that, right? Like, let's say you go to a BDSM like club or event, right? And people want to, yeah, you don't enjoy that act. But the thing you're getting out of the other part, to me, is so clearly sexual. I'm like, oh, well, but that's your thing. But this part, that's it. But yeah, also, yes, I mean, take them all. So I don't know if this is a shortfall of my imagination to not be able to imagine certain things as being non-sexual. Or if, I don't know if this is like a minefield where it's just literally some things just it's just case by case. But what I was saying was that I can imagine like going and like flagellating or caning or suspension at like a BDSM event, and how this is for the receiver a source of endorphins, dopamine, adrenaline, right? Pain has a biological effect, and you're getting that. I don't feel like we're talking about sex right now. But as soon as it crosses into humiliation, then I start to be like, now we're talking about that psychic thing. Now we're talking about the psychic link, not the physical exchange of tapping on things, right? And that is so different to me that I start to be like, this can't be not sexual. This isn't a thing if it's not sexual. It's just abuse. Exchange of emotional energy. And this, like I keep saying, it might just entirely just be something I need to learn here, or like a phrase or concept that I'm not getting that would allow me to better sort these. So I'm kind of working through this live here to just be like, if I'm going to a sheep ranch to see the show, and it's non-interactive show, but then it's just a show like people go to a strip club or burlesque show. Once it's interactive, once I'm playing for the sheep, then it's sexual. If I go to a porn theater, like they don't really have these anymore, but you're older, yeah. If I go to a porn theater, that's clearly different than going to a burlesque show, isn't it? I'm clearly saying that yes, there is. But are there some things that are for which there is no artistic merit? Am I paying for an act? I paid the price to get in the ticket. I paid to go in the theater. So I guess I'm just watching. And then I'm going to go home and masturbate in the shower to what I watched. So I'll throw out there, for those who don't know my history, my mom was a stripper burlesque dancer for 25 years. She's won Miss Nude World titles. She's won Miss Nude America titles. So I grew up around... Adios, Lumi. I grew up around burlesque dancers. I grew up around penthouse pets. So my mom had an office when I was a kid. And in her office were the posters of all her friends. Like posters. I don't know. They sold posters when they were on the road. Posters of themselves that they signed. So all her friends would give her a signed poster and she'd put it up on the wall. And I'd go in there. She'd just have the door open when she was working or whatever. And I'd just step in, be like, hey, Mom, can we go get something to eat? Cool. All right. Because those pictures were of my mom's friends doing their jobs, making art. Okay. However, someone else is jerking it to that poster. So now I guess it becomes entirely about intention. We can't say it has anything to do with the physical. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the physical shit. The material conditions don't matter. It is just the emotional state of the participant. Am I putting this in the spank bank? Or am I clapping because you did a good performance? there's a difference. And I've seen my mother perform. I walked out as soon as it moved beyond toplessness because I just didn't want to see that. So there's a point at which the show was art, then it crosses closer to pornography, and I'm like, okay, bye. This is gross now. But for everyone else in the room, they may be experiencing it entirely pornographically. And for the DJ, he's just there to work. So this is just another night. He doesn't give a fuck about the chick on stage. That's just background noise. And each person here is right. That's incredible. How many things can we say that each person that each person is going to have a different perception about this thing, and all of those perceptions are true? Was raised by a PhD MD in my dad's office, had photos of dead things, cadavers, body parts. We had skeletons, actual skeletons. Grew up to be a butcher, but I don't get pleasure from killing things and cutting up bodies. All about the education, how you're raised. That is like a parallel universe version of what I went through, isn't it? Like, weird. You're looking at body parts and going, this isn't going to have an emotional impact on me. These are not people that I need to mourn. This is just a foot. This is just a bone. Right? And to the same degree, like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's just a boob. It doesn't matter. It's just a boob. It's just a boob in the picture. And I didn't grow up to be a sex addict. So that's really weird and interesting. Didn't grow up to be a serial killer, obviously, yeah. So to some degree, this is a quantum object. This is an object that totally changes its form depending on how you look at it. How bizarre, you know? But it's really cool because, yeah, you do see a lot of dick because medicine. Schrodinger's titty. Yep. Schrodinger's dog. Schrodinger's donger. Oh, fuck. Oh, whew. Well, doesn't that continue to fit with the theme, though, Kosher? You are a butcher, your sister works in medicine, and here I am doing sexual education. So I'm in the same... We follow in the same influence and perception of that thing that influenced us, right? Where we can look at it with a detached eye and be like, this isn't something for which there's like some deep mental scar because I fucking saw this stuff, but it did impact the way I see the world. And because of that, I now behave this way. And to that degree, yeah, I think that parents hide. I think that parents hide way too much from their kids. They'll find out about that when they're older. Is just like, I don't feel like taking the time to explain it to them right now because I'm lazy. No. Fuck that shit. I mean, yeah, there are certain things like I can't explain object permanence to a toddler. It's not going to work. But like, hey, Francisco. But I think being open about that kind of stuff, yeah, it doesn't lead to serial killers and sex addicts and fucking weirdos. It leads to people who have a profound understanding of that subject and are able to interact with it on both a detached and attached level as needed. Cool. Good. Let's make more of these children that are exposed to things and therefore are not obsessive or afraid of them. But to the subject at hand. Okay. Let's go back to the original question here. Can your friend walk you on a leash and it not be sexual? I'll become a super Darth Vader if I talk about sex. Uh-oh. Boobs are sexual, but elbows are not. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, this is a side subject. Are you ready? How many body fluids is it acceptable to release in a public setting? How many body fluids is it acceptable with proper etiquette for others to see you releasing? Do, 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 do. America. The Protestant country. I mean, the answer is pretty much none. I guess spitting is pretty common in some other countries, and I guess there are some that are a little more okay with urination. Sweat, tears. Tears are we don't want to see you cry. If you do start crying, it's okay. We don't want to see it happen. We don't want to see you spit. We don't want to see you sneeze. Sweating can be good or bad. I mean, we wear deodorant for a reason, right? Most tears aren't from crying, though. Right, true. So as long as we don't see your tears, though, right? Like if you start crying is when I see your tears. It is acceptable, yeah. Each one, though, I feel like it seems to be the American policy on body fluids is just don't make me see you do it. Which to me, therefore, is like, all right, then breastfeeding, just put a little hood over it or something. I don't care. I don't care at all. But the thing is, we already just discussed. There's someone there who wants to masturbate because they're watching you feed your baby. It shouldn't be sexual, but it is. So what are we going to do? I mean, to move it the other way, I guess just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Just keep breastfeeding in public, ladies. You'll get there eventually. I just find it interesting that people seem to be... I feel like it all boils down to politeness of body fluids per area. Some countries where you would go to jail if you spit on the street. Yeah, that's true. It should not be sexual. Yeah, well, but that's the thing, right? I mean, there we go. That's our title here. Like, I think that there's... I'm still stuck. Are there some things that cannot be non-sexualized? That's a double negative. But still, I'm like trying to undo the double negative in my head, but it doesn't. Are there some things that can be sexualized? Yeah. Are there some things that cannot be desexualized? There we go. You're all answering the other question. You're all answering, are there things that can be sexualized, right? Because you're all saying things that could or couldn't be. But I'm specifically asking, are there things for which you cannot remove the sexual, like, okay, titty fucking, hand job, blow job? Can these things be non-sexual? No? I don't know. And again, I feel like, is this just a lack of my imagination? Or are there some things that are explicitly sexual? I mean, like fucking vaginal penetration with a penis. I think that's explicitly sexual. I don't think, because the purpose is sexual pleasure. So now we have a division. That's an interesting route, Francisco. I'll agree with that. So then I would say there are things which are done explicitly to gain sexual pleasure. Ooh, okay, that is a rough one, Kevin. It's rough just because of the tough language that has to be used in the answer. So, if you are violated, that does not preclude your nerves from being stimulated. And there are certain biological effects that are going to happen. So, for example, a man could get hard or a woman could get wet by stimulating them, even if they are not aroused prior. So, if I take a guy and I duct tape him to my wall and he's as straight as could be, and I start tickling his balls, he's gonna get hard. If I start jerking him off, he's going to come. He was violated. However, he received sexual pleasure from it. So we're talking about in our primary discussion, we are saying, for example, pet play has nothing to do with your pleasure sensors at its core, right? Like, I mean, I guess the feeling of a leash on your neck, but like, so we're talking about psychological pleasure, I guess. Not physical pleasure, but psychological pleasure. And at what point psychological pleasure becomes psychologically sexually satisfying, I guess, is where I keep getting caught up. But okay, I'm sorry. I think I understand why you said that now better. You're meaning to my examples of blowjob, hand job, titty fucking, right? These are things that not only are designed specifically to gain sexual pleasure, but are specifically engaging our pleasure sensors. To which I want to say, if you kidnap me and give me hand jobs, this is not sexual. But if I never want to penetrate you and we're dating, because I'm afraid of vaginas or buttholes or whatever, and you can only give me hand jobs, then it is. So there's a switch you can flip in your brain and then we go back to the consent part, right? I still want to know, if walking on you on a leash can be disconnected at all points. I'm sorry, I didn't finish that sentence. If walking a friend on a leash can be disconnected at all points from sexuality, or I can say, they're not getting sexual gratification from this. I'm not getting sexual gratification from this. We are just doing, they are just a person in a mask, right? Well, that was the quote. Without proper pet headspace, you're just a person in a mask. The friend is on all fours. If you're physically and mentally in acceptance of the pleasure you're receiving and giving, then it is sexual. If you're not accepting of consent, then it is a deviant act. I'm starting to think, wow, where's a light bulb that I can make flash above my head? That consent is everything here. Okay, and what I mean by that is that through cues, verbal, physical, etc., you and I either agree, well, generally, we agree that this is sexual or it's not. And that it's not ever really explicitly said, but that it's a agreement that each partner group comes to. Like for me and Sista, this act could be sexual, and then I perform the same act with Beard, and it's not sexual. Because we gave each other the cues, Sister and I, to say, yeah, this is going to be a sexual thing. And Beard and I did not send each other those cues. Therefore, it is not. And if he does send those cues and I don't accept them, then it's a violation. And while it may be sexual stimulation, it is not a consensual sexual act. I think we've done it, boys and girls. Hi, Dragon. How you doing? So, I think that that's the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that it's all about the contract that you agree to with someone, either verbally or non-verbally. That's when it's sexual. When you agree. Communication and consent are the key way connection to everything. If not, then it's a violation and a forced deviant act because there's no permission given but instead taken. So the stream's over. Yep, I quit. We're done. You know what? Actually, this even goes back to answer my other question. If we're at the park and other people see us, does that change what we're doing? Yes, it does. Because I have no way of knowing whether they're sending me the cue that they are consensually watching. Therefore, I am violating them with this act in public. Unless I know via social convention, through our area, our country, our culture, through social convention, that they will be accepting of this, that I can walk down the street naked and no one's going to engage in the concept of trying to create the contract of this is sexual. Cool. Therefore, I'm not violating anybody by showing my dick. But if I live in a society where I know that most people would not agree to it, I am in violation. Because you are now being engaged in a sexual act that you didn't agree to. Just by witnessing me performing something that I must assume you will conceive of as a sexual act. Now, there's a complicated one, but I think that that's the answer to that extra credit question we had earlier about other people seeing you at the park. So yeah. Wow, that ended up being a really weird and interesting subject. And I'm really glad that you guys, that some people showed up to actually talk to me about it, because this would not have been the same if this was just me reading stuff I found. Having this conversation has been really interesting. Come to my city, you can show your dick all you want, but that's okay. By law, constructed by man. Yeah, you guys, by popular vote, agreed that that would be a non-sexual act, and other members of your society that didn't vote at least are told that. They know that. There's an agreement that they kind of are passively agreeing to by staying as part of that city. Now, if I'm 18, for now this goes to a whole other philosophical question. If I'm 18, I was born and raised in that city, and I have no resources yet to leave, am I being violated? If I don't want to see dicks, but I was born and raised in your city? And my answer is yes. And this is how capitalism is a violation of free will. You can do the math there on your own. Okay. So that's going to be the end of this recording. The stream is going to keep going. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much. Come check out the stream sometime. Twitch.tv/CountHowl or live.howls.cc. Cool. Thanks for hanging out. If I can hit the end record button. Yeah. We did it. We did it, guys. Guys and girls. Damn, that was an interesting fucking topic. I've got like a few... The YouTube just started, so they won't give me my own fucking YouTube domain name yet until I have 1,000 subscribers, I think. So right now it is youtube.howls.cc. Let me make sure that works. Yeah, perfect. youtube.howls.cc. Which I need some subs over there. Are you violated or offended? And what's the distinction between violated and offended? Being offended, I think by definition, would be something that is not going to cause lasting trauma, where a violation might, but also might not. That's a weird one too. What is the difference between being violated and offended? Oh, absolutely. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, please do. If we can get more people to show up on Friday night, and I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturdays. And I do adult sex ed on these nights now, so I would love more people to come, so that way the conversation can get even more nuanced with different people's perspectives, stuff like that, for sure. Let me see. This should do it. youtube.howls.cc. Nope. Okay. Why? I am so confused. Oh, I need the HTTP? You did find it too. Yes. Yeah, that's what happens when you're not a subscriber. The bot hates you. Hey, I gotta keep something for subs so they feel a little more special than just getting 3 or 4 emojis. Thank you for finding that too, Kosher. Turn some Muzak back on. I did used to be Mr. Bones. it's been rough, the transition. I think this has happened to a lot of people. A lot of people have not come back to the stream because they don't know who the fuck I am. They see Count Howl on the side of their page or whatever, and they're like, I don't know who the fuck that is. So if they click on it and they hang out for a little bit, they'll be like, wait, I know this guy. But, you know. Oh shit, this is the wrong one. This is the wrong YouTube channel. This is the new YouTube channel. That's the old YouTube channel. The Mr. Bones channel. I need to change the picture on there so I stop getting confused. Switch account, Mr. Bones. Edit profile picture. Cool. That'll help me in the future to know which page I'm on. Yeah! Moby! Come here, Moby. Come say hello. Mama. Come here. What's the matter, buddy? You afraid? It's like you always tell me to come lay on the bed. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's you. That's what you look like. Dummy. All right. Go lay down, buddy. Yeah, wait till you see my cat. What happened, Mo? I will give you something to make you happy. What do we got? What do we got? Aww. Moby, are you an autistic ferret? Here. Go on. That was fun. What now, boys and goyles? What now, boys and goyles? Shit, you know what? I need to change, where did you get that YouTube link? Wherever that is, I need to change that. It's on my Twitch page? To the night girl. Yep. Oh, it's here. I see it. Boop. God damn it. Cool. Fixed. And I'll fix the website tomorrow to have all the links on it. Cool. I am a demanding person. I'm a demanding guy. Let's see. Count Scrawny? What? Oh, Count Scary? Yeah! That's my war face. Ah! Ah! That's my war face. Having a halfway done to-do list is good for you. It's good for your brain. Mr. 3 days in a row, yeah, I'm coming over. Ask that bitch to kick rock, she act like it's a boulder. That ever happened to you? Ask a bitch to kick rocks, she act like she's kicking a goddamn boulder. Kick rocks, bitch! Tomorrow... No. Not tomorrow. Day after? I'll be streaming again. I'll probably stream tomorrow anyway. Just video games or something. What am I streaming on Friday? Living with anxiety. We did living with depression. Now we're doing living with anxiety. And at night, Friday night, this will be good. Can you go too far in humiliation? Can you go too far in humiliation? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Sorry. On the next episode of Heroes. It's either Dragon Ball Z or Heroes in my imagination every time. Also, your topic? I was actually just sitting here wondering if I had written that topic because immediately a very particular girlfriend came to mind. I was like, oof. How am I supposed to continue to respect you, girl? I do like them thick Saiyans. I wish I was a Saiyan. I wish I was a Saiyan warrior. That's what I'd do. Get down with the thickness. Make another plate. Go on and give it to me. That's how you get down with the thickness. You gotta eat a lot of plates of food. You gotta eat supper, come on and down with the sickness. I meant to say thickness. Yeah, this is the plate your mother's given to me. No, Mommy. I swear I'll finish my plate. I'll eat the whole plate. I'll be good, Mommy. Just stop it. Just stop it, Mommy. Just stop it. I'll eat the whole plate. You remember that part of the song? A lot of people like to forget that part of the song. If you don't know what we're talking about. I'm making a joke about the song The Sickness by Disturbed. And there's lyrics in there that I'm rhyming. There's a section of the song where he basically breaks down crying into screaming about his mommy making him... I don't even remember what the actual lyrics are. Does he have to clean or something? I think he's just saying sorry. Yeah. If you never listened to Disturbed, good for you. You were not me and 12. Guess we live different lives. Yeah, that's it. She's just hitting him. She's hitting him. Dude, that CD was dope. You know what CD was dope? Stained? Stained. That one Stained album that came out when we were 13. I heard some tracks from it not too long ago and I was like, damn, that album was good. And, unrelated, kind of related, Jimmy Eat World still stands up, man. Who'd have thought? You could put a Jimmy Eat World song on, tell me it came out last year. Sure. Dude, Bleed American. I have to like listen to the whole album at least once a year to just like recenter myself. Bleed American is just so good. Again, tangentially related. I was thinking about Pearl Jam's 10. I think Eddie Vedder was 22 to 24 or something like that when they made 10. Those lyrics are so fucking mature and have so much nuance and depth. It is absolutely fucking incredible. Pearl Jam's 10. My Yelp review, 4 stars. The 5th one is because it needs more bass. It's got no bottom end. The whole album, no bottom end. It's just what happened with grunge. It's just what happened with grunge. I mean, all rock prior to industrial had no bottom end. Then industrial happened. Then some people still tried to do rock with no bottom end. Then Power Man 5000 happened. Then Linkin Park came out. And everything changed forever. And now you know the history of something. Something. You know some sort of history now. So I've been putting on progressively more black on my eyes, right? And after watching... It started happening after we watched The Great Dictator. I was like... I like what he's got going on there. So I've just been like making it cover more and more. Most of the writers for Vulture. Writers for Vulture? I don't know this reference. Was it a series? Was it a TV series? Oh, it's a magazine. Aw. Aw. Yeah, people gotta try, you know? Nobody succeeds if nobody tries. There's gonna be a whole lot of failures. And I've also learned that smarts does not equal success. Neither does this handsome face. Don't matter that much. This is what I say to ugly, stupid people. Hey, I'm smart and pretty and it ain't doing shit for me. I heard a statement the other night, and it was like, oh, being gifted is its own kind of disability for a child. Because it completely changes how a kid has to learn and everything, and it makes them really easy to fuck up. It's really easy to fuck up kids that are smart. Yeah, you're just like, if it doesn't do any good for you most of the time, unless like someone really sets things up correctly for you. Otherwise, you just get in trouble a bunch. Just like, fuck. I'm in jail. How did this happen? That's where I'm headed. Yeah. Yeah. They went to a bog that they shouldn't have been in. They saw some sticks bound together. They're like, that looks dumb. And they broke it. Bad move. Pretty bad move. I want to play Furi, but I don't want to fight that bitch. She shook me. She shook me with her last stage. I don't know how to dodge that laser. How do I do it, Moby? How do I dodge that laser? Yeah, but not smart enough to, like, invent some sort of, like, power generator when they're 12 or anything. Just smart enough to be really bored every day in school. Good, good. Moby, does this make you happy? Go lay down. Go lay down. What? Don't look at them. They're not going to help you. Go lay down. Go on. Go, go, go. 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 Go on. Moby. Stop being a turd. You have problems. You have problems, little guy. I'm not coming to bed yet. No. These animals. These animals, they just boss me around all day. These friggin' animals. Doodly-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We're supposed to play Scribblio tomorrow. If I can get anybody to play, that'll be fun. Or Friday. We haven't done any of these activities. We don't need activities. Activity schmactivity. Go lay down. I'm gonna poke you with my cane. Poke, poke, poke. Poke, poke, poke. Poke, poke, poke. That's gonna be on Friday. Go, go, go. For tonight. We don't do that. What do we do? I guess we play fucking Furi. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do with my life aside from try and fucking beat this bitch? Can you pause? Thank you. Jeez. Moby, stop crying. Library. Furi. Set. Okay. Furi before bed. Update. Moby. Okay. Cool. So da no. Mm-hmm. To restart the game. The game does not like you changing the sound device while it's still running. Actually, yeah, I'll just play through those. No, we'll do this. No, fucking click on that. So da no. Mm-hmm. Fuck. Oh my god, she's beating my ass. Fuck. Whew. Fuck. go. Square. Next square. That's why we save these for the last stage. So we can just skip past this shit. Shit. Damn it. Well, used up all my cheap tricks for getting through this stage quick. Let's see if they gave me anything back. That doesn't look like it. Ugh. Fuck me. Come on, girl. Stop being so mean to me. Stop being so mean to me. I didn't dodge that. Yikes. Jesus. Fuck. Okay. Yep. Oh, quick turn, my lady. Ah! Man. Bitch! Ah. Fuck. I welcome you. I welcome you, bitch. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck! I ran into the wall. Oh! Jumped off the edge. Jumped off the edge, because I'm dumb. Come on, come out, come out. Let's do this. God damn it. Ah! I know how to get out of that now. Okay. And it's probably time to start shutting it down for the night anyway. Yeah, see, I'll be stuck on the same fucking level for fucking weeks sometimes. I'll come back to this game in a month and be like, God damn it, I'm on this level. So that's why this game like is weird about how you perceive time in it, like, because you're not just gonna beat it all in one sitting, or at least I can't. So. Okie dokie. It's time to take some medicine. Okay, friends. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I will be back again on Friday. Till then, I love you all. Goodbye, friends. If my mouse will work.